A lot of people want to know how to play Geometry Wars. Why am I so good at the game? Not necessarily why am I so good at the game, but what makes the game play so great that I am still playing this game like 15 years after it came out. A couple of people, I think, play the game and they're not too sure, like this is just the left thumbstick that I'm moving around now. So learning how like these enemies slightly curl and they just, the little ninja-y looking stars. Learning how all the enemies work is really good just at getting used to moving your left thumbstick around. Now the right thumbstick, the trick with this one is you can shoot behind you, in front of you can shoot any direction. You've got 360 degrees of movement with your left thumb and 360 degrees of movement with your right thumb. So the whole trick is basically just not dying. Now, a lot of people, when they first get the game, they look at the lives, just up there, you can see where I'm shooting. You've got 3 bombs, which are on the right hand side, and 3 lives. You get a bomb at every 100,000, and you get a life at every 75,000. So essentially, what you want to try and do is try not to use the bombs when you're learning the game. Just try and let yourself die. You will die heaps. I found I died quite a bit when I was learning the game, but it was that long ago I don't really even remember. I just know that now I'm doing such crazy stuff that I'm so glad I took the time to learn everything. As you can see, just moving fast enough in a big circle, you can basically keep ahead of a lot of these enemies. These blue little triangles just pulsate slowly towards you. The green ones, as you shoot, watch they'll go away. They run away from your bullets. And then the pink ones, and as you can see, that's the sort of stuff that happens. Even at after I've played all these years, you still sometimes just get away with doing dumb stuff. So these are black holes. The trick with them is don't let them explode. I'll let this one explode so you can see, but now it's going to explode, and then it releases all those little small blue holes. You want to shoot them because it doesn't actually give you that many more points for letting them gain enemies. Like swallowing enemies up and then having to kill the little ones. You're actually better off, I'll let it build up again, and as it gets close to being ready to explode, you'll notice it glow like a there, it's going to explode. Really bright blue. So as you can see, they're pretty easy to, shoot. It might not be at first, but again, you're not really getting, so I'm getting 600 points for an empty black hole. 600 at this level. So if you let them build up, if we let these ones build up, just try and let it build up a little bit with some enemies. It's not really worth it. Oh, I missed that one, sorry. Apologies. Okay, you can see this one's nearly ready to explode. So if we shoot that, you get 3,000 points, but at the same time, you get even more points for shooting the enemies before they go inside the black hole. It's just much better off shooting the enemies as you go along rather than letting these black holes build up. But I would recommend at some point trying to let them build up, just so you can get used to how these little things that'll explode out of them in a second actually work. But again, you'll notice with the pink things, like those pink ones, see those little squares that come out? You try and shoot one. We're getting a bit far into the game to sort of shoot one to show you all 3. But again, I'm just reacting to everything that's happening on the screen and making the best decision as how I'm going to stay alive the best. The pink things, basically you shoot just with one tiny little bullet and it releases 3 of those squares. You've actually got to be really accurate with them to see all 3. Most of the time that you shoot a pink thing, you'll only see 2 squares, so you'll think it's only going to release 2, and in actual reality, it releases 3. Again, you can see how long I've played and I still do dumb things like that. So, now these red things that are spawning on the screen, they're really easy to kill, but when they start, when there's 2 or 3 of them chasing you, they're kind of hard. Sorry if I am a bit out of breath, I've just eaten some nice food. Okay, those little ninja stars, they're really simple. You can kind of see 3 of those pink things that were just there then going around and around. The trick with these corners when they come out of the corner like that is aim for one corner and shoot, and then try and weave your way into another corner. So right now I've got all this stuff behind me, I'm not too stressed. I'm basically just... and then the other big thing is stay off the edge like that. When you have a whole bunch of things chasing you, you basically just want to be shooting a little bit in front of you and a little bit behind you. So right now I'm shooting, I'm going to put Sometimes you might like do this with the black hole and just walk up towards the next one to give yourself some time. But I tend to try and, at these early levels, destroy everything that's in these black holes straight away, because it's just not worth letting, you know, going to the next hole. It's sometimes just easier to shoot things as you're coming across them. Now just then what happened is all those things actually spawned around me. When that happens with the pink things, so if they spawned around me here, I would just shoot in one direction and then try and shoot behind me like that to let them, you know, die. It's basically this game is just learning how everything moves, how everything works. The trick with the snakes obviously is shoot their heads. Shooting the bodies does nothing. You really just want to shoot the heads of the snakes. And sometimes the snakes are really, really hard to kill. So as you can see, I still... Again, I was too close to the edge and all that blue stuff spawned on me. So basically what you want to do is try and not stress out about anything, but just learn the patterns, learn how everything moves. Like these red things that are chasing me now, what I'm going to try and do is shoot this black hole. It's still shooting in front of me, so I'm a bit clear. Now I want to shoot behind me a little bit, shoot this one. What I should have done there is probably use a bomb, because your bombs cap at 9, so now I've got 9 bombs, they're completely capped. Your lives cap at 9 as well. So if you're just going to keep dying now, at every 100,000 you can use one bomb, it's like a free bomb. But I tend to, sometimes when I'm learning or just trying to improve my own skill, I just won't use any bombs. I might do that this game so you can see and use the bombs right at the very end for you, if I don't do too poorly. But it's very, very easy and straightforward to play, and as you can see I'm still, like, I'll die, and the pattern with me is I tend to die a couple of times in a row, and then I sort of go, okay, I gotta focus a little bit, and try and focus a little bit more again. So right now I've got all these things chasing me, I'm just trying to make a clear path in front of me, and just shoot a little bit behind me, avoid those red things, because the red things, now I would use a bomb if I was going to use them, because there's basically no escape out of what just happened then. So that's a really good time to actually use the bombs in the game. But it's very, very straightforward. So I just let all this stuff chase me, shoot that black hole, come back here, shoot these, get rid of this black hole, come here and shoot these things. It's just basically dodge and weave, or duck and weave, however you'd like to actually, you know, say it. But with these red things, as you can see how many were just on screen, if you shoot them directly in the front, sometimes if you have one spawn like up there and you shoot it directly as it's coming at you, sometimes you can get away with killing it. But quite often what you need to do is just dodge a little bit and then shoot behind it. So right now I'll let this one catch me, and then I'll do this, shoot behind it, and it immediately kills them. They're kind of simple, but they're very, when you first start seeing them, you get, oh my god, they're gonna kill me, and they do. But don't be too worried or stressed about them, and you'll kill them very, very easily. It's just a quick little dodge and shoot behind them, dodge and shoot behind them. So right now, as all these things spawn on the edge, I'm just trying to clear the path, clear the path. Now all these green things are here, so what I'll do is try and keep them pinned with the aiming. And there's a lot of things on screen now, so I'm just shooting in front, shooting behind, shooting in front, shooting behind. Almost got out of there. Again, that would be another good time to use the bomb, but while I'm trying to explain the game. Now with these, the trick with these confetti, I like to call this confetti, is basically shoot holes. So shoot really tight holes, and then guide yourself through it. Shoot a really tight hole, and guide yourself through it. That actually gets a little bit harder a little bit later. Sometimes you might end up with 2 or 3 lots of confetti coming at you at once. Now that can be kind of hard, but the good thing about the confetti is, as you can see, the multiplier goes up to 10 times. I don't know if it actually goes beyond or if it caps at 10. I don't really remember, but as you can see straight away I'm on a 2 times multiplier, it pops up on the screen. I usually try and base that off these blue things. So when they're on 200, it starts off on 50, then 100, then 200, 250, it goes up in, you know, lots of 50. So obviously that's, you know, what the multiplier does. But when you're on 300, that means you're on about a 6 times multiplier. 400 is 8, so that means you're doing really good. So that's when you want to try and use the bombs. Because at that point, everything you kill is worth so much, you get the next bomb really quickly if you can stay alive. It's just a really easy way to know. So right now they're on 300, which means I'm only on a 6 times multiplier. It's not that great. You can actually get to 10 quite easily if you use your bombs. But while you're trying to learn the game, try not to use the bombs and you'll do really well for yourself at at least trying to navigate and be able to shoot. I still have a tendency to actually not go for the bombs and not go for the score. I really like the high moments, like the really tight-knit moments. Recently, when I've been playing, I've just started doing this as well, which is where you shoot after. So if you die late in the round, like now, I used to shoot everything immediately here, but sometimes now I just let a little bit of stuff spawn and then shoot. That way you're not going to get trapped into going in a set direction, because sometimes if you start shooting like from here, you might get sort of stuck into the corner here. So I tend to let a little bit of stuff just spawn now, before I get too headway and headstrong into going in a specific direction. Not too sure if I've actually got 9 bombs for you guys, 9 lives, sorry, for you guys yet. So you can see they actually do cap at 9 as well. I should try and just play a little bit cleverly here for you guys so you can see they do cap at 9. And we'll just give you a good example. Again, see those red things? Very straightforward. Just duck and weave, duck and weave. Very, very easy to navigate. Trick with this is when you get all this stuff, shoot one hole, let it go in there, shoot this one. This is where you can start letting these black holes capture a few enemies, because it can actually help you get away. Just be aware when you do shoot a black hole, it does make a little explosion, which sometimes can make these green things jump just a little bit ahead of you. And that can be kind of frustrating in all honesty. Again, right now lots of stuff on screen, so I'm not trying to stress too much. I'm just making a hole in the wall and running towards the next corner, wiggling the thumbstick, and boom, we've passed through that safely. And we died. As you can see just there, I was on 9 bombs and 9 lives. I don't know if I actually got to the stage where you could see that it capped out at 9, but it's definitely where it caps out at, is 9 bombs and 9 lives. So now is probably a good time for me to start using the occasional bomb, because you guys have pretty much understood, or I've shown you pretty much all the enemies in the game and explained them hopefully somewhat decently so you understand what you're doing. And as you can see, again, I just died straight away at the start there. It's not the end of the world, it sometimes happens and you can go from having like 9 bombs, 9 lives to like 5 and 5 or 4 and 3 or something. It's, again, another good reason to try and learn the game without using the bombs, because when it gets a little bit tighter in the later rounds, you've got those bombs up your sleeve. And if you can get a 10 times multiplier or a couple of high multipliers in late rounds, you'll be really surprised at how quickly you actually get your bombs back. Just staying alive that little bit will get you a couple of lives and a couple of bombs straight back really, really fast. Bit like Bob Ross the painter says, in this game there's no real accidents. He didn't say it about this game in specific, but I like to think of this game as all happy little accidents. If you accidentally misfire or go a wrong direction, you can just slightly turn the corner, and sometimes, like just there where that little pink thing just missed me, maybe that was a happy little accident, I'm not too sure. So right there I was hugging the wall, probably on the wall a little bit too much for my liking. But sometimes you're really in those tight-knit situations, it's just a matter of taking the chance. Maybe the snakes or something will spawn right on the edge of the map, maybe it won't. So that's just a bomb I've used there, because as you can see those pink things had me trapped. I didn't navigate my way around them too well. Sometimes if things spawn on you really, really fast and you've already got a couple of things on the go, a bomb can just give you enough time to deal with, clear your head and plan your next avenue of attack with what you're currently dealing with. Because you notice patterns kind of form in this game. Things tend to spawn in patterns. Like these red things that are on the screen. In a little while they'll stop appearing as much and it will probably go back to being a few more snakes and then a little bit of confetti. It's pretty, as you can see there, again I was hovering the edge. And now you've probably noticed the score. I might have already reached the next 75,000, and as you can see the bombs and lives are both capped on 9, and according to the little blue triangles, or blue diamonds, I'm on a 400, which is an 8 times multiplier. So everything I kill now is really helping me get to the next bomb. Just so you can see how I'm not full of rubbish, I'll just use a couple of bombs here, 3 bombs, just so you can see I'm on 6 now, just to give you an idea of how fast your actual... I knew that was gonna happen, man. Oh dear. Okay, so just to give you an idea how bombs, just running out of bombs isn't the end of the world. I think I've already gained 1 bomb back just from reaching the score. I was hoping there to stay alive so you could see at an 8 times multiplier how fast it all comes back. But that's okay. I've come out of definitely worse predicaments. By no means am I having the most fantastic game of this here either, but again, it's all just trying to get your head into the game. The other big thing I didn't show you is when you're trying to learn this game, it's really good to know if your controller's in line. So shoot right, shoot left, shoot up, shoot down, and that gives you a good idea if your thumbsticks are actually, you know, where you point. Because sometimes, I think with me, I tend to hold the controller slightly on an angle, and that sometimes you might have picked the controller up for the first time in a day, and you're holding it a little bit off cue for yourself, so you might be shooting like slightly up and slightly down like that, just shooting in the wrong direction for your own self, and it will work against you. So if you can figure out exactly where to shoot, and where you, like what shooting behind me like that is shooting in a straight line, and again, just deal with those pink things. And right now we're just going to try and shoot the corner because we've got heaps of enemies coming, and we just did a really quick duck there. As you can see, just take care of these because there's not too much on screen, so it's better to take out those black holes as I'm coming across them. Right now there's quite a bit on screen, and something really cool is happening with the pink stuff. You can kind of see, this is, I've wanted to record this for you guys a couple of times because I believe it's an enemy that isn't well known. Basically the pink things, there's so many small pink things on screen, they make a large pink ring circle. It's really, really cool. I got a really good recording of it earlier just on the Xbox recording, but I don't think it looked too great in the way that Xbox records its footage at like a lower quality. But if that's there, I'll put it on the screen because it was a really solid pink ring made of all these small little pink ones. And the way these little pink ones work is they just keep going round and round in a circle, round and round and round, until you actually, you know, delete them. Delete them. And just there I used a bomb because we're at the stage of the game now where I had 9 bombs, 9 lives. Oh. And you see what I mean, man. Even me, I'm still running into just the occasional, the dumbest of things you can run into, and it can just end you. But the big thing I noticed is when I've done my actual games where I've recorded like really high scores, I was having a lot of fun and like actually laughing a lot while I was recording. I think one time I was basically just in fits of laughter the whole time, but the other time I was just in a good mood, and I had some really good like background music playing. From the PC, of course, because Xbox still doesn't have background music. But again, right now is where it does get a little bit hectic. You've got all these red things chasing you, you've got all this confetti, and basically it's the same strategy, just it's choosing your enemies and choosing to improvise a little bit faster. So right there, I got out of that and did extremely well. And as you can see how many red things are chasing me, no way out of that, and the screen actually stuttered. Did you guys see the screen stuttering there? Man, I didn't think that happened on the Xbox One. I think that might be the first time I've seen Xbox One screen stuttering. I'm not sure if that's because the Prey demo's just finished installing, or if it's actually because it was an actual stutter in the game. It could have been a little bit of both, to be honest. But I wouldn't think it would be the Xbox stuttering on the Xbox One, because Xbox One has a lot of upgrades in the internal hardware. And again, right now it's very, very straightforward. Just aim at a corner, try and shoot the hole, and then try and make another hole the other direction. So right now I'm sort of looking at where I'm going, and I'm aware just through peripheral vision of what's behind me. No way out of that, so I just use a casual bomb. Just drop a bomb. Now all this pink stuff, sometimes what you can do with this is, almost did it for you guys. Basically, with the pink stuff, this is a sort of good example. You shoot one corner and then just go the other direction. There's still a little bit of pink stuff left over, because if you don't completely kill everything and you die, that portion of whatever's coming at you will still be there when you respawn. So sometimes it's really, oh wow, look at all this red stuff. That's crazy, man. Oh wow, oh. Oh wow, I was having a lot of fun there, wiggling my thumb around. And again, I've got 9 bombs here, so I've got a free bomb I can definitely use if I get on a bit of a good roll. That's okay, I was too close to the edge, as you can see, and a snake spawn. I'll probably die in a moment, just so this video doesn't go too long and you get the idea of how to actually play Geometry Wars. Or maybe you already know how to play and this will help give you a different idea of how other people are playing the game. But right now I will be using a bomb in a moment, because there's no point in when I've got all this stuff on screen. These are the really hard waves for me to deal with. If you guys actually play the game and you know how to deal with these waves, and I'm talking about the confetti with all the red things chasing me. I like to think of the red things as angry Pac-Man, that little thing there. They're very angry little Pac-Men. I don't know if they are actually Pac-Men, but there are very, very angry little things. Oh wow, a lot of things on screen there. Probably should have used a bomb, but that's okay. Not to worry, again, everything's happy little accidents. Now the trick here is I've got all this stuff, shoot that little thing, let it all eat a little bit, let these black holes eat a little bit, get rid of that one, shoot behind me, in front, behind, in front, behind, oh, and see I was hugging the edge basically, and those snakes spawn on the edge. That's the chance and the risk you take. If you start hugging the edge too much, you do run the risk of getting something. Oh, I wasn't fast enough with my reflexes there to shoot behind me. I got too into the audio as far as explaining the game, and I would like to hit 4 million for you guys, just so you can see that this strategy tends to work, and you should be able to hit 4 million with it if you've played the game a fair bit following this kind of strategy. Not too sure. Again, I like to think of this game as everyone plays differently. There we go, 4 million. Everyone plays differently. I personally love the moments, like those really tight-knit moments where you've probably heard them get a little bit intense. They're what I live for in this game, not the actual score. Like that there, the fact that I just got out of that, man, that's awesome. That's the most awesome feeling. Nothing can take that from me. Nothing at all, because that was all my reflexes, my skill, chance, there was improvisation. Nothing I did, nothing the game did affected me there. It was just my choice as to what I did, and if I survive it. No one to blame but me, and that's a really nice feeling in a video game. It's one of the most perfect feelings in it. As you can see, all this red stuff. Wow, look at it all. Oh, one of those little pink things got me again. I was actually watching a Tetris video the other day, the Tetris World Championships. As you can see, that's almost how you go through those pink things. Shoot a corner, and I almost had enough, but I just had too many of those red things chasing me. Angry little Pac-Man. But I was watching a Tetris video the other day, and I was actually thinking a little bit earlier tonight, in the Tetris World Cup, how similar this game is to Tetris. In the fact that everything in Tetris, if you die, it's not die if you make a mistake, you've got to dig your way out of it. This game is very similar, you can dig your way back out of it. It's actually possible as well to get all the achievements in one game. I've definitely got 11 achievements in the one game a lot of times, but some of the other ones, there's one other one where you have to survive 60 seconds without shooting anything. To do that, and then also go through and get the million without dying, that's kind of a lot of fun. I used to just play the game and get a couple of million without using any bombs at all. I think once I was on the 360, I got about 1.5 million, no bombs, and I didn't die once. And then once on the Xbox One, I got about 2 million without dying or using bombs. So it's a lot of fun to do. And yeah, I love this game. Hopefully this has helped you guys figure out maybe how to play Geometry Wars. Because man, this is my favourite game ever, and you can see why. It's just, this is what I was talking about quickly. Whoa, you can see where I was shooting there. So now I'm shooting right, left, up, down. Pretty accurate today. Pretty accurate, and that's with an Xbox Elite controller. So what you can also do to help yourself get a little bit better at the game is just practice shooting. This will actually just help your thumb improve with its aiming ability. Just try and shoot things as they approach you. You will die a lot quicker if you don't move. And then obviously some other times you might just want to try and wander around the map without, dying. Just using your left thumb, no shooting. If you haven't got the achievement, you might want to try and do that anyway, which is 60 seconds. But I'll try and shoot one of these pink things, the next pink thing I see, just so you can see the 3 things that are inside of it. Here's one. Alrighty. So shoot there. One pink thing. You see those 3 things inside the pink? That's what I'm talking about. And you can basically I was just trying to like go around with it so you can sort of see how it worked. Where are we? Okay. So round. Come on, blue thing. Round. And there we go, we die. But you guys get the idea anyway. Think of this game as however you want to play it, you can play it for you. It's such an awesome game that you know there's going to be an end to it at some point whenever you die or run out of bombs. And you definitely know that it's one of those games, the more you play, the more rewarding and fun it is, because your skill is consistently improving. So hopefully this has helped you guys, or if you guys have got some tips for me that I haven't tried or been shown, or shown you guys in this video, I'd love you to leave a comment telling me what you find works for you, because I'm genuinely very curious how other people play this game. It's this mode in this game, Geometry Wars Evolved, the Evolved mode, not the Retro, the Evolved. It's my favourite game ever made. Yeah, man, I love this game. Anyway, thanks very much for watching. Hopefully that hasn't ranted on for too long, and I'll catch you guys later.